Good morning, everyone. This is the second part of the chapter Human Resource, that is chapter number 19. Earlier, we have discussed about the factors which affects the distribution of the population. Now, we are going to learn about the composition, that what creates the population in a particular region. So, the another important aspect of human resource is its composition, that what creates it. So, we have a different parameters like age structure, sex composition, occupational structure and literacy rate. Starting with the age structure. So, the age structure explains the percentage of a country's population in different age groups. 0 to 14 is the young, means you belongs to this group, 0 to 14, right? Then we have 15 to 64, that is the adult or a working age group which works, which tends to work. And 65 plus, that is the old age, which are dependent, they are again dependent upon the workforce. So जो 15 to 64 है, that has a lot of pressure, means even 0 to 14 and 65 plus both are dependent on them, and even the country's economy depends on them because they are the actual working class. The age structure help us to understand the stage of development a country has attained. Means अगर 15 to 64 का जो एज ग्रुप है वो कंट्री में कम है तो मीन्स कंट्री की इकोनॉमी भी कम होएगी. क्यों? क्योंकि वर्कफोर्स कम है तो डेफिनेटली जो प्रोडक्शन लेवल है दैट विल बी डाउन. there will be no more income generation, right? It also gives an idea of a working and dependent population. Means अगर dependent populations 0 to 14 and 65 plus वाली ज़्यादा हो रही है, then also country is not much developed. It also gives a direction to planning and development work in human resource. So it gives us the idea that where we need to work more. In most developed countries, we also see a larger old age segment than in developing countries. This is because of better health and medical facilities available in the developed countries and hence the better life expectancies. Life expectancies क्या होती है? The number of living years a person is likely to live. Okay. Moving towards the next factor, that is the sex composition. The sex composition refers to the male-female ratio or the percentage of male to females in the total population. So how many males are there and how many females are there is calculated as the sex ratio, which is the number of a female per 1,000 males. A proportion of a male to female affects the rate of the population growth. So ratio of 1,000 means that the male and female are equal in number. 1,000 ratio of over 1,000 implies more females than males. A favorable sex ratio means अगर female ज़्यादा है और male कम है, then it is also a favorable sex ratio. But where the female are less and male are more, then it is an unfavorable sex ratio. Understanding the sex ratio is important. Why? It allows the forecast of future population trend, right? And even it helps planning for the future population development. An educated and developed society does not differentiate between male and female, so they have a favorable sex ratio. So it is important to have an equal number of male and female in a society. Next is the literacy rate. So yes, important है literacy rate होना भी, education होना बहुत important है. So literacy rate are determined by the percentage of a total population that is able to read and write. So that is important. हम literate किसको बोलते हैं? जो लिख भी सकता है और पढ़ भी सकता है. In developing countries of the world, the literacy rate is lower, especially in the rural areas. In such economy, female literacy is really lower than the male. So that should not be there. There should be a favorable literacy rates even where the male and female both are educated. In developed countries, almost the entire population is literate and there is virtually no difference between the male and female literacy rate. Fine. Moving towards the next, that is the occupational structure. Means what sort of work is going on in the country. So on this basis, we are dividing it into three: primary, secondary and tertiary. We all are aware primary activities like agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining. Secondary may manufacturing and processing, and tertiary sector where we include the services, transportation, communication. So the more developed country is greater with a percentage of secondary and tertiary sector, and developing countries is greater percentage towards the primary sector, right? The study of population composition also includes a study of urban and rural segments, languages, religion, and ethnicities. So that is all included into the composition. I hope topic is clear to you.